America, land of the free, home of the brave, where we have Costco's and Walmart parking lots. We have American football debt. I don't know what's more American. $36 trillion in debt. That's all I can come up with off the top of my head. How I love America. How I live for this country. How I cannot get enough of where I grew up. Last week, or maybe a couple weeks ago, our fearless supreme leader, Donald J. Trump, shout out to the 74 million that voted for him. You're doing, you're doing your thing. And came up with the greatest idea. If people cannot afford a house, why not just come up with 50-year mortgages? Honestly, I read this headline and I was like, man, this is so great. Africa should adopt this idea. I don't know why Africans aren't doing this, because this is such a universal idea that why stop at Africa? Asians should do this. Europeans should do this. Australians, the land down under, they should do this. Everybody should just do this. Have 50-year mortgages, because why not? Why not take a loan out that your kids have to repay? Imagine this. Imagine you pop out the wound and you already owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's called the national debt. Now, man, isn't that the greatest thing? Just creating generations and generations of debt. I don't know why we didn't think of this before. This is such a great idea. Because who doesn't want to pay a bank hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars worth of interest just so you can have a place to stay? At that point, you might as well get a shovel and be a little creative. I think that this idea, I don't know what world baby boomers live in. I really don't. I need to drink what they're drinking and smoke what they're smoking, because clearly it's whatever, like, that's the way the world is supposed to work. Just, oh, you can't afford something, boom, take out a loan. Payday loans, buy now, pay later. Oh, you can't afford your Chipotle meal, there's Klarma and for installments. It's this world we live in, at least in America, man. I don't know what's good in Poland. I don't know what's good in Zambia. I don't know what's going on in the Philippines. I just know that it has Filipinos. But in the United States, Estados Unidos, we like to finance everything, man. Oh, you got a dollar pizza slice? You better pay it in 25-cent increments, because God forbid a dollar leave your account. I think a lot of people in Gen Z have come to the realization that home ownership, either your parents are going to die and you inherit something, or it's just a thing of the past. Like, home ownership is something that, you read about in history books. When the kids 20 years from now, 15, 20 years from now, we're like, oh my gosh, people lived in houses. Yeah, you know what? There was a time in American history where people could live in a house off a stable income, but that is no mas, no more. Now we're all going to be renting in apartments just stacked on top of each other. Unless you want to live in Iowa, then go right ahead. That's my prediction, is like places like Iowa, Kansas, Wyoming, there'll be a house for you, but you have to be in the middle of the middle of nowhere. I don't want a 50-year mortgage. I'm sorry. At what point do I say I don't want this? I'm so, like, is it, I don't even think I'm entitled to a house. So I don't even mind renting. That's not my problem with all of this. But I'm not going to sign myself 50 years. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. And you'd have to make a 50-year commitment? What? What? How does this solve? And it's like, okay, it's as if politicians, it's as if they think, okay, how do I give the most money to banks? And that's the legislation I'm going to pass. Whatever gives banks more money, because banks don't have enough money. They don't have enough money. They need more and more and more. Because who wants this? Legitimately, what Gen Z person wants a 50-year mortgage? I don't know. Or millennial, millennial. I'm including y'all in because we're all in this together. We are all in this together, millennial and Gen Z. Whatever is going to happen is what's supposed to happen. But I know we're not some two isolated entities. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if baby boomers wonder, oh my gosh, young people, They're lazy. Young people, they're not participating. What is there to participate in, man? Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, well, you were supposed to get a useful degree and you were supposed to get... What? What? When people were out here getting sociology degrees in the 70s and making what the equivalent is of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And yet I'm supposed to be, I need to grind. I need to do this. You know how many baby boomers I've talked that majored in philosophy and have $1 million houses now? You know, actually, well, it's only one. But still, the fact that it's a whole lot more that one is greater than zero, infinitely greater than zero. So the fact, like, and we're going to see more and more of these headlines. I don't even know what the, oh, well, your $2,000 dividend check, which I'll probably cover next week, my $2,000 inflation, because yes, the government giving out money, that's such a great idea because prices aren't high enough. So let's just give everyone $2,000 because what could possibly go wrong, man? What could possibly go wrong? Just giving people money with no strings attached, you know? And where this money came from, I don't know. I thought the government was just shut down. I thought we didn't have any money. And now we have the tariff dividend. But topic for another video. I really don't want a 50-year mortgage. The fact that I have to say I don't want that, and the fact that that is considered controversial to some people. How? But okay, well, you must be a part of the woke. Oh my gosh, you're not MAGA. You're not the, not MAGA. What? What part of Make America Great Again is bringing us back to slavery? Except this slavery is kind of more inclusive because it includes white people, Asian people, Hispanics, and of course blacks. Actually, I guarantee you black people would be least affected by these 50-year mortgages. But you know, like God forbid I try to break down the economics of this plan. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked, please like and subscribe. My socials will be linked down below and at the end of this video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.